iShop.black. One-stop shop for your online buying and selling needs. Buying online should be easy, convenient, and affordable. Selling online should be easy, convenient, and affordable. A platform that connects Israelites, so-called African American, buyers and sellers. Shop the latest gadgets, trendy fashion, and unique collectibles. iShop.black showcases products of verified sellers. Launch your business online today. With fast and easy setup, free video training, and free technical support. Alone we may go faster, but together, we go farther. IB Israel. Join us at iShop.black to start your free trial today. Contact us at info@ishop.black. www.ishop.black.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are here for the stream, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. It is Tuesday, May the 7th. They said yesterday, somebody said I said February. Yeah, I have been working a lot. I have. So it was an oversight on my part. So yeah, definitely May the 7th. Few things before we get started. Let me go ahead on and share this real quick. Give me a quick second. Let me share this stream so everybody can come on in here. While y'all coming on in, and also let me say this: always come and check 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday. For our live stream. That's what I do on African Diaspora now. I stream Monday through Friday. If I don't stream, I usually let y'all know, hey, I'm not going to stream tonight for whatever the reason. But regular Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, you're not going to get a notification from YouTube. It's just not going to happen. And the reason why it's not going to happen is because YouTube only gives you 5 notifications a day from a channel. If you post more than 5 things in a day, then you won't get it. Just like, for instance, on some of my other channels I don't post 5 videos in a day, so you'll be quicker to get something from my podcast, Phillip Scott podcast. You're quicker to get that notification than you would probably this channel, right? Because so many videos are going up. So just letting y'all know this. Number two, as people coming in, I'm only doing this because I want to see who will listen, follow directions, and jump on something before I really fully launch it. So I've been getting a lot of emails about when's the next trip. I want to go to Ethiopia. All right. So I'm going to do something just for tonight. I haven't fully put it out, but I'm going to put it out just for tonight, right? In the pinned comment, listen to and follow directions in the pinned comment in the chat. Right? That's why you all need to pay attention. In the chat, I pinned a link. It says ADNC, the Ethiopian Experience. I pinned that link there. You go to that particular link and you can see everything that's going to go on with the Ethiopian trip. Is only 25, not 45 like South Africa, because they kind of went over. It was only supposed to be 30, but 25 spots. That's it. 25, and you can secure that by putting down your down payment of $199. If you don't secure it, then I know some people be like, well, I'll wait. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. The way I've gotten to things in my life is not by waiting. If I have the opportunity or I have the funding to secure something, I go ahead and do it, because I've seen in my life when I don't jump on something, My wife will be the first one to tell you. If I'm jumping on something quick. I'm moving quick because I know somebody else is gonna see it and jump on it quick just as well. So if you're listening to and following directions, you can, click that, save it to the side, or you may say, you know what, let me look at it real quick while he's talking. Let me go ahead and put my deposit down now. Hey, if enough people listening and they swear they want to go and they jump on it, you can go ahead on it and maybe enough people get it tonight and that's it. And then we won't even talk about it too much no more. You can work, with your payments and all that. It'll be the end of March, I think 30th, 31st to April the 9th, 2025. So you have plenty of time to make your payments, plenty of time where it doesn't, burden you financially. That's why I always say, well, let's kind of space them out because sure, I can do more than one really, but let's space them out just for everybody. So I'll remind y'all about this later, possibly, but check that pinned comment, jump on it now. All right, so as we gonna get into this tonight and everything, but let's get to our daily devotional. Yesterday we had Super Mayor, so let's go on and run our dearly departed brother, Eric Mays, to bless you with some knowledge, to bless you with the way a black politician should operate in America. You need that to bless your life. Eric Mays is definitely with the Lord and the ancestors right now. So let's go ahead and bless you with Eric Mays.
I'm just telling you. I'm going to let you talk.
Who you talking to you gonna let? The voters let me. I got voted in. Who you talking to? You gonna let me? I got seconds left.
I want you to know.
Ain't she crazy? How many seconds? Why I'm counting your time. Miss Galloway, I'm gonna rule you out order. You keep talking so much.
Do I have the floor? Do I?
Yes, you do.
You have the floor.
Thank you very much.
What a fool.
We have got to help the city of Flint. We have got to move the city forward. We have got to vote yes on this. Thank you.
Ms. Herkenroder, you the reason that I'm going to vote the way I'm going to vote, because you tried to put words in my mouth like I said you was a racist. You got to stop doing that. You've got to stop doing that.
Ms. Fields, please be very careful in that area. Please.
All I said there was mediation and there were people in rooms. That's not
in what
confidential.
room and how many.
But I am going to finish saying this.
Well, go ahead.
That's fine. Do you?
It shouldn't be fine. We got folks sitting in business, and I wouldn't care if you was the chair, the sofa, the TV. Point of information, Madam Chair.
What's your point?
Are you going to sit and allow this man to talk all that tough talk, talking about what he ain't scared, won't, and you sit there and condone it? May I be?
All right, that was your daily devotional of our dearly departed brother, Eric Mays. The Lord need him up there regulating with him because he didn't regulate enough down here on earth. So shout out to our great brother, Eric Mays. All right, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, as you see the title, Black America's Generational Wealth is the ownership, gatekeeping, and monetization of our culture. Why are we going here tonight? Well, something kind of came to me about a lot of this. We always talking about generational wealth. Oh, slavery, allowed, the folks to have a generational wealth. Let me be honest. It's only a certain section of the folks who got the generational wealth. I don't know if you really know the news flash. The majority of the folks are poor. They don't have anything. They're struggling every single day. They're becoming homeless. All the things that we said has happened to us is happening to them now. And they're literally crying and losing their minds. So please do not think that when you talk about generational wealth, all the folks got money. No, A certain class of them have money and the majority do not have money. The only thing they have over you and me is skin privilege. But skin privilege only take them so far because without money, what could you really do? All the chances that a lot of them are given. Just you giving chances don't mean you're going to be successful. Listen, there's plenty of them that are a waste of white. Because if you can't make it in America with their privilege, then I don't know what to tell you. A person like myself shouldn't get anywhere. If you gotten anywhere in life, you shouldn't have gotten anywhere, because in America, black skin is sin to them. And because they control that system, then they try to sabotage, undermine. They bring in other people of different, communities to sabotage and undermine, right, black America. So if you make it out of all of that, you are really a MVP. You really are. And we don't really look at how great of a people we are with all this opposition, because other groups just get a minor opposition, they falling apart. But look at what we have been dealing with consistently for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. Another thing, I think, before I go there, somebody said, I think on the yesterday's podcast, I was talking about something. I'm sorry, not podcast, live stream. I was talking about something, and in the middle, I think I said, of course we are of African descent. They say, oh, Phil, I was with you till you said that. I'm not of African descent. I'm an American Indian. Now, you can identify with whatever you want. Listen, I got sent a video the other day that people say in this country, there are 100 different genders. I saw the video. It was a local news story. People saying there's 100 different genders. But when you claim, and I know where y'all get this from. Oh God, I don't know why anybody listen to that gentleman. I mean, because I'm sorry, he's an idiot. When you're claiming that you're an Indian, do you know American history? What Indian were you? Were you the one that had my ancestors enslaved? Because if you were part of the ones that, because you do know those red Native Americans enslaved black American people, right? Are you part of that? Because then we need to have a talk, because you owe reparations too. Do know those red Native Americans was also working with the whites to catch people that ran away, and they would say either bring them back or bring back their scalp, we'll still pay you. So are you part of that Native American tribes that were sitting up here enslaving and helping the black American people? Or were you part of that? You American Indian, you? Because then we need to have a conversation. You claim you're an Indian, and yet you get no Indian set-asides. You run around here claiming you're an Indian. Do you know what an Indian look like in America? Elizabeth Warren. You know what? Let me pull up her picture. Let me show you what an Indian look like in America. Hold on. Don't cut on my page to the Indian crap, because I don't want to hear it. Give me a second. Let me pull up what a real Native American in this country look like. Hold on. Give me a second. Pull her up. Elizabeth. Hold on. Liz. Oh, sorry, y'all. Hold on. I forgot. I didn't just have her. Well, hold on. Pull her picture up. Elizabeth. Hold on. Warren. There we go. That's that real Native American right there that I need to pull up. Give me a second. Let me get up this great Native American on this screen here. What the hell? Why am I running so slow? Okay, there's no memory on that page. What is going on? Let me get this good Native American on this screen for y'all. Hold on. Let me download this picture real quick, just so y'all can see what a Native American looks like in America. Okay, image. There we go. That's that great Native American right there. Okay, if y'all don't look like this, if you don't look like this, you're not a Native American. That's a Native American in this country. If you go look at all the recognized so-called Native American tribes, all of them got people that look just like that running it. I went to see myself. So if you don't look like you don't look like Elizabeth Warren, then you're not a Native American. Please don't come to me with that Native American crap. I don't want to hear it, especially when those people, and you talking about you're a Native American, you're an Indian, right? This is what you claim, because it annoys me. After we was emancipated, those Native American tribes still had some of our people enslaved, and the U.S. government had to go to them and say, hey, you can't keep them enslaved like that. They free. But you claiming you an Indian, no. Please. Like I said, I'm sorry, y'all. They get on my nerves sometimes. Go talk that over there with that page with that crap. Don't bring that crap over here. I'm proud to be a Black American man. That's my identity. I'm proud of that. Yes, of course, we are the oldest people on the planet Earth. I guess Minister Farrakhan and Elijah Muhammad, and then when they said we the original man, right? I guess they lied too, because how can you be the original man? And even though the white folks will tell you that the cradle of life starts in the continent of Africa, you are the oldest DNA on the planet, the oldest. You are the blueprint. Why you want to throw all that away for somebody else that was grafted off of you? All people of the earth was grafted off of us. Why you want to throw that away for people that had us enslaved? Anyway, just want to put that out there. Get mad if you want. You know, like I said, at this point, I'm not arguing with people. I'm just talking to certain people, because the way people talk in this country, what I've learned in a lot of ways, a lot of people have something that starts with an M and ends with an I. I'm going to say there, you figure out what I'm saying, because if I could really go there, I may get in trouble. All right. So let's talk about the main topic. I just had to go there. That's the beautiful thing about the live stream. I can just go anywhere at any time. Our culture. There are so many people making billions of dollars every year off our culture. We're struggling we're talking about as a collective. We're struggling as a collective, talking about we need generational wealth, but yet when you look in the mirror, you are generational wealth. You're just not bringing the generational wealth back to your community where it belongs. The conversation of gatekeeping is a beautiful conversation. But let me get to my first video I want to play here, and we're going to talk about this part of gatekeeping the culture and bringing generational wealth back to Black America. First off, we're going to start off with Black women. This is more so on you, what I'm going to talk about here. So let me go ahead and cue this video up. Give me a second. And let's just have this conversation real quick about generational wealth.
The Black-owned beauty supplies, you know, when they try to go order their stuff or whatever, you know, they won't sell them.
Yep, and she's speaking straight facts. My doors in 2019, a local non-Black beauty supply chain in the area gave me complete hell. They found out I was opening, and they called these hair vendors and threatened to cancel their accounts if these hair vendors open an account with me. They went as far as to attempt to bribe the UPS driver to open my boxes because they were surprised that someone did open an account with me. And when I finally opened my doors and had my soft launch, they spun the block at least 30 plus times in their decked out truck trying to intimidate me. So I said, say less. And that just pushed me and fueled me to know that, hey, I was here for a reason. So I appreciate all the support we've had since 2019, since we opened our doors, surviving the pandemic, surviving.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on this particular video, the first video here, this is not only what one Black woman has said, this is something that's been constantly said about the hair care industry. The Koreans have a control of the hair care industry, almost like a mafia, a cartel, etc. They don't even want Black women getting involved in the beauty supply, you know, hair care, etc. With wigs, all this, you know what I'm saying? Now, the U.S. government also assisted the Koreans, look it up, in helping them dominate the market because they said that hair wigs couldn't come from China. It only had to come from Korea. So in the area of wigs, you're getting some wigs from Korea. They got the on lock. Of course, now I know they get Indian hair, they get some Brazilian hair, all the situation about hair. I just realistically, I don't get too deep in that conversation about hair and weaves and all of that. I'm not a woman. I'm gonna leave that alone. Do you? I just think personally, you know, it's better from what I've seen. If you grow the hair out your head, it grows down your back from what I've seen. But, Maybe some people are dealing with alopecia. Maybe they're dealing with certain issues with their hair breaking off. It's a lot of issues that could be happening. I'm not a person's doctor or anything, so that's why I'm gonna leave that alone, right? But what I will say is this. The Koreans are getting billions of dollars a year. They have about 98% of the market sold up. And last time I researched, only 2% of the black hair care market is owned and controlled by black people. When really it should be the other way around. It should be 98% black and it should be only 2% Korean. But in my opinion, it should be 100% black. Now, the Koreans are making billions of dollars a year off of products they don't even use in their own hair. They're giving you cheap products. I just recently saw a black woman was trying to get one of her products that a lot of black women make that is good for your hair, don't have all the chemicals and all that in it. They wanted to get it up with one of these Korean suppliers for beauty supply stores. The Korean, first of all, she said the Korean man didn't want to talk to her. He wanted to talk to her husband. And that's what y'all have to understand. Outside of America, women, for the most part, or definitely the Western world, women don't talk. Women don't be conducting business. Women has to be sitting and look pretty. Let's call it, you can get mad about it because you live in the Western world, but I'm telling you, that's how a lot of these other cultures get down. So the sister was talking about how he didn't want to listen to her. He was looking directly at her husband and just paying attention to what he had to say, right? Even though it's more so her business, right? But even though, of course, they together, but she run it. So the Korean man told the sister, listen, if you spending more than $1 making that product, it's too expensive. I don't want it. I can't even make no money on it. Now, we know good and well to have good quality products, it's going to cost more than $1. But that's how these people get down. They don't care about what happens to your hair. They don't care about much or nothing. They care about just making this money. Right now, there's a boycott of the company Ebin, E-B-I-N, New York, because they had a black woman working for them. They treat her like crap. They don't care about black people, of course. But yet it was all Koreans in there. She said at first when she went work for them, they was all nice. And the next day they'd start speaking Korean all day. Wouldn't speak to her in English. Like it just became a mess, how they treated her. But anyway, it sparked a boycott. But boycotting, when we get to the point of ownership and gatekeep, when people say, oh, well, we have been accused of not having a culture. Of course we have a culture, but there's a part of culture that y'all not understanding. If you don't own your culture, gatekeep your culture, monetize your culture solely, then you lose the greatest aspect of a culture. The problem in Black America, and of course we participate in this because we can't just say other groups do this to us and that to us without our participation. A lot of it is self-hate because if we see a black person with something, or like I seen a comment the other day that just threw me for a loop. One black woman said that she was a lash tech and she had a lot of black clients. She posted about her new car she bought, or whatever, because, hey, her business is doing good. And they had some black women that say they felt a certain way about her posting the car. But why you feel a certain way about posting her car? She worked for it. She's sitting up doing lashes all day. Why can't she benefit off of her labor? But you have some black folks that don't want to see another black person do good. You rather bring your money to the Korean, to the folks, to the Arabs, East Indians, and everybody else who's making so much money off of you just to not give another black woman your money, because you have a lot of internalized self-hate, because that was also why we can't own and gatekeep our culture and in the end monetize the culture. You have to deal with this internalized self-hate that you can't stand to see another black person do good. You can't stand to see another black person do just a little bit better than you. You feel that you do not want to contribute to a black person doing good, even though they're doing you a service. You're not giving them no money for free. You're not. You want your lashes done, you want this done, you want that done, right? You're paying for it. But you rather go because your internalized self-hate. You rather go and give it to somebody else who can't stand your behind at all. When it comes to the black hair care market, and you see the way these people treat you, now I got to put it at the feet of black women at that point. Black women, you're talking about generational wealth. That is your generational wealth. You're giving your generational wealth to the Koreans. They're not building their generational wealth off Korean women hair. They're not selling stuff just to Koreans and making their money. Koreans own their culture and own a lot of yours too. And you can't give an excuse today, well, we don't really have access to products because we got the internet. It's no excuse. There's black women selling products online every day if you can't get to certain things. These people have proven time after time after time they don't like black women like that. You go in their nail shops, look what they've done to some of y'all. And you still go right back to these people. Part of having a culture is owning the culture and gatekeeping the culture. How do you gatekeep the culture? When you own, you gatekeep by saying, I'm not spending money with you. Give an example. Let me teach you about gatekeeping a culture. That Iowa basketball player that went to the WNBA now, Caitlin Clark. Ice Cube, which I didn't understand that, in the Big Three said, hey, I give you $5 million if you come play over here. I don't know why he didn't offer Angel Reese $5 million. I'm curious, maybe you can ask him. But Caitlin Clark denied $5 million deal to go take low money with the WNBA. Why did she do that? Why did she do that? Logically, you would say, I'm gonna go take the $5 million. I'm not gonna go fool no WNBA and not even make $100,000 for a season. Why would I do that? Right? Because Caitlin Clark was on code with her people. He said, no, even though you offer me more money, Ice Cube, I'm going to go with my own because my own and control it. It may not be a lot, but my own and control this. But not us. We won't do that. We won't do it. Now, on the back end, she got some Nike deal or whatever, but that's not the point. The point is they rather go with their own leagues for less money that they own and control than go with you. They offer them more money because they understand that I got to be within my culture. We have to own it. We have to gatekeep and we have to monetize. Now, black women, you could only fix this yourself. Black men can't fix it. We can't. You have to do a mass gatekeeping movement and ownership movement and say this. If it's not sold by black women, I'm not buying it. Bottom line. And you got to do a paperwork check. Let's say if they try to get smart and put some black faces in their places. Then you do paper. Who own this? Who own it? Let me find out who really own this place. Because I don't care how many black women working in here, who owns it? If a black woman don't own this and control this, or a black couple, or a black man, whoever, I'm not doing it. That's gatekeeping a culture. That's saying I'm going to transfer that generational wealth that belong to my community to belong to my children. We have generational wealth. It hit me so hard one day about generational wealth. I'm like, we talking about a wealth gap and this and that and the third. The wealth gap can be closed tomorrow if we sit up there and go take back our generational wealth. What's stopping black women from taking back generational wealth that belongs in their bank accounts? They the one that's getting the hair done. They the one use these products. It's no excuse why you can't go shop with a black woman nowadays. You have to gatekeep and say, if it's not from a black woman, I don't buy it. If it's not from black people, because look, first of all, you don't know nothing about my hair as a black person. You just don't. You're a Korean. You don't know nothing about this hair. I don't care if you went to school for it. You don't know about my hair. I would trust a black person to tell me about my hair over you because we have the same hair. Then you follow black people in the store. You know that running joke, hurry up and buy? You don't even respect your black customers. You don't respect them. That's the killing part about it. They take your money that belongs to your culture and disrespect you at the same time. But it's okay if Mr. Lee and them go drive a Mercedes, go get them a Lambo, send their kids to Ivy League schools off of you. You may even see them with driving the Lambo around or something. But some of you with your internalized self-hate, you see a black woman got a beauty supply store, all of a sudden she driving a Lambo, that's what she want to buy. Oh, she get too much money off of me. How much money are you really giving her? How do you think she bought that off of just what you bought? Like, are you buying $10,000 worth of stuff a month or something for your hair? No, you're not. So why you assume she doing all that off of you? Because I've heard black people say this. I've heard them. So you know I'm not lying. And yes, really is true. Where their dignity is at. Where's the dignity? Where's the self-respect? Me as a black man, ain't no way I'm going to walk into a store, a Korean man walk behind me and have this hurry up and buy mentality. I'm not going to have no man, that's a Korean man, no man talk to me any kind of way. And you trying to get my money? Like, what part of the game is that? You're not selling oxygen, bro. So I don't need it. You want my money. There's nothing in this store I gotta have. I may want it, but I don't have to have it because I can go get it somewhere else. And that falls on y'all. Black sisters, that fall on you. They want your money. They're not selling nothing. They're not selling oxygen. You're not buying your next breath, so you don't have to have it. You get my money, you're going to respect me. You're going to smile. You're going to be nice. You're going to say, how you doing, sir, X, Y, Z. And if you're not nice, I'm walking right out. I don't have to give you my money. I'm good. But that's called dignity. That's called self-respect. That's what that's called. You sisters got to come together and gatekeep the culture. If you gatekeep the culture and say, I'm only getting products that's made by black women, that's sold by black women, because I'm protecting the black American culture, it's time to gatekeep our culture and gatekeep our money. You understand? And this is another part of the culture that you got to start instituting. Cancel culture is a good thing, actually. Cancel culture is part of gatekeeping. Let me explain why. If black women are on that, say we only buying black products, we only shop in black beauty supply stores, whether they're online or locally, that's all we doing. If you see other black women, I ain't doing that or whatever, you ostracize them. You cancel them for it. If they got any goods or services or businesses, you say, no, you selling out. You hurting the culture. You hurting the community. And we can't allow you to get away with that. So whatever you got going on as black women, we're not going to support you no matter what you got going on. Because we told you about going to that store and you did it anyway. Okay, keep going over there with them people. But you didn't lost black support. We go ahead and say, listen, we have the ability to exile people if we want. We can exile people. And if y'all just make some good examples out of a few of them for not getting on code with the people, then it'll be self-correction in the community. Because you're always going to have somebody that's trying to be a contrarian. You're always going to have somebody that's going to try to, I forget them. Listen, you're going to have that. You don't need a majority of black women to make this a movement, okay? Y'all made everything else a movement. Make that a movement. And the goal is to take back your generational wealth. Take it back that belongs to black women. Okay? Koreans don't own that. Now let's move to the second thing I want to talk about. It's number 2. Let's get to Vlad. We've been talking about Vlad for years, but once again, a lot of you Black American men is you. Like I talk about the women, now I'm talking about you. A lot of you Black American men who are rappers and all kind of entertainers, you went sat up there with this dude forever. People have told you, stop going over there. That dude be asking all kind of police questions. At least if you go in the interrogation room, you can request your lawyer. This dude sit up here and ask y'all police questions. How many people have went to jail talking to that dude? Right? But y'all hard-headed, won't listen either. We'll get to y'all. So recently, he crossed the line with Black people as of recent. Let me put up what he did recently. Let me get him on the screen here. All right, so this is going on about the Kendrick Lamar and all of that, right? Fine. So he starts off by saying Kendrick's Not Like Us needed a better mix. It takes away from the song. How does he know? He's not part of our culture. He is from Russia. He is not a Black American. What do you know about anything? When all of Black America is loving Not Like Us for many reasons. Just if anything, the song the song's a banger. It is. Without all the other stuff about Drake and all of that, right? So we having this conversation about Drake and Kendrick Lamar. And we can have that conversation based off of the culture, based off the community. Well, you have a sister by the name of Morgan Jerkins here. She had told Vlad, you are white. This is a Black folk affair. Because, see, people think that they have a right to interject into our business, our situation. Do you see us interjecting ourselves in beefs Taylor Swift have? No, we don't care about that. It's not our business, not our culture. We don't care less about that. We don't interject ourselves in beefs in the Hispanic community, Asian community, Arab, no other community we interject ourselves into because it's not our culture. But everybody wants to sit up here and put their mouth on our culture or whatever, especially this one. So he says underneath it, wait, so a professor at Princeton, and he's tagging Princeton University. So you say, ooh, look, he's Karening out. He's acting like a Karen, right? But this is supposed to be a dude that so many Black men have went sat and just spilled their life to, acting like a straight Karen. It's telling me that a white person shouldn't be allowed to voice their opinion about hip hop? Is that how you interact with your students? She's talking to you. It has nothing to do with the students. But you see, he tagged Princeton in this, and he said, that's Karen. Because Karen, I'm going to tell the manager. I'm trying to get you fired. That's a whole Karen right there, right? But this is who a lot of you brothers in the hip hop and all that will sit down and talking to, right? A whole Karen. So Morgan here says, what I'm saying is that you put your opinion in a discussion that is not needed. This conversation is and should center Black people, not you. Nothing wrong with what Morgan said. Not a thing. He replies up here, don't try to change the words now. I'll be reaching out to Princeton about this on Monday. So this is what he was telling her. I'm gonna be a whole Karen, and I am going to tell on you. I'm gonna tell. But this is supposed to be the guy that's all in the Black culture. This is the guy. This is the guy to interview all your favorite rappers and all these Black people. He has not made his career off of interviewing Eminem. He didn't make his career off of interviewing Post Malone all the time or Jack Harlow all the time. Well, why don't he go interview Bubba Sparks? Where is he at? Well, where is, I'm pretty sure he probably interviewed Vanilla Ice or whatever. Fine. Why are you bringing on Vanilla Ice all the time on his platform instead of bringing Boosie? Where's Vanilla Ice at? Where's Guns N' Roses? You can't go interview them. You can't go interview the members of KISS and talk about what they did on the rock and roll. You can't go interview the Rolling Stones every day and go hear what happened with the Rolling Stones. Always our culture. Always ours. And he disrespected at the same time. Now he was replying to somebody saying it's called a permanent record. Every university has. When I went to Berkeley myself, people spew ignorant and bigoted comments and say at you publicly and then act like they're getting bullied when they get a response. This is why I wanted to talk about this. When he said typical victim mentality. Go ahead and take that at Princeton off your profile, sweetie. You just admitted it's not even true anymore. He was trying to say she's a former professor. But the fact that he said typical victim mentality. Now, class, what group of people always says that we have a typical, listen to the words, typical victim mentality? What kind of people say that about black people? Class, can you tell me what kind of people say that about black people? What kind of people, ladies and gentlemen, say that about black people? Yeah, there you go. There you go, Tandem. You got it. You got it 100%. Exactly. That's exactly who says it. But yet that guy is supposed to, for all your favorite rappers. So he had posted, well, since it's Monday, because he got backlash for all of that. All Black America was on his bumper for this. Since it's Monday, let me clear the air and state that I never had any intention of filing a complaint to Princeton for former, say, Professor Morgan Jerkins saying that white people aren't allowed to comment on Kendrick Lamar's music. She trolled me, I trolled back. And say, at the end of the day, it created an interesting discussion about race relations in America. I'll be discussing it further on my future interviews. Sir, you said it here, sir. I'll be reaching out to Princeton about this on Monday. Then you try to say, but this is who your favorite rappers go sit down and talk to. Let's get back to this over here. She said a lie. He tagged my employer multiple times. He did. With the intention of professionally harm me. I didn't troll. I centered black people in a discussion on hip hop and told him to stand down because it's not his space. He's backtracking because he miscalculated. By the way, stop contacting my family. So he's up here contacting this woman's family. Why? I don't know. Now, let's get to our brother Tyrese that had a problem with him a while back because what he said about Minister Farrakhan. Let me play this for a minute. Let's go back to brother Tyrese here.
He said the dude's net worth is $5 million. How the fuck did you get $5 million? You got $5 million off of black culture while putting us in jail, while laughing at us when we go to court and we deal with the judge beating our heads in and throwing us in jail. Yeah, culture vulture. Fuck you and your whole platform. I said it. And every rapper and singer out there, stand with your brother. Huh? Y'all see what happened, right? Y'all see what happened? Every time anything is said about their community, they'll all band together and shut your down. But you gonna let that guy from that community continue to disrespect black culture, and you gonna keep taking your goofy ass on the show? Anybody who disrespect Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, you. Yeah, you got an album to promote. Yeah, you got a single coming out. But how you gonna fuck with a racist who's baiting us as black culture into going at each other?
All right, so as you heard, our brother Tyrese was saying at that time period that this guy had $5 million. Somebody pointed out the other day he got literally almost 6 billion views on YouTube. Once again, he didn't get them 6 billion views by interviewing Post Malone or Jack Harlow. He got those views off of black culture. And yet, when it comes to black people and black culture, when they tell him, hey, bro, kind of stand down, you know, stay in your place here, you want to try to get a black woman fired. Okay? Now, let's go to black men for a minute. Boosie, let me address you first. Boosie set up here and said this man is paying you $40,000 for an interview. Boosie, let me tell you how the game works on this side. If he's giving you $40,000, Boosie, he's probably making $120,000 off of your interviews, Boosie. That's why he don't mind giving you $40,000 for an interview. He probably making even more than that. Boosie, let me tell you something. You the product, you don't need his platform. Boosie, you got money, bruh. You can start your own podcast. You can do the same thing you're doing over there, you can do on your own. You can set up your podcast studio, get you a graphic designer, get you an editor, and just rock out, Boosie. And if you're gonna make $120,000 for talking, let it all go to you and your kids. I can't stand to watch a black man sitting up here being the talent and these people living high off the hog off of you. Same thing with the NBA, same thing with the NFL, black men. Yeah, black men do not own and control the NBA or NFL. They treat y'all any kind of way. They don't even guarantee y'all contracts in the NBA, NFL. Oh, I'm sorry, but the coaches who are majority white get guaranteed contracts. So they fire tomorrow, they get their money, but they fire you tomorrow, you get nothing. And you taking all the licks, you getting the CTE, you getting all these things happen to you. Black men. Yeah, you run to keep trying to play ball for these people instead of black men getting together and starting your own. Going back to the Vlad thing, we got to blame black people for that. Because people can call Vlad all kind of names, but it's black people's fault. Now, let's go back to what we talked about, ownership, gatekeeping. How do you own and gatekeep hip hop? You say, I'm not interviewing with nobody unless somebody that's in the culture. And if you go over there with that particular person we deem as problematic, let's call it what it is. If somebody, let's say I owned a restaurant, and every time people go eat at my restaurant, people was getting food poisoning. And then people keep hearing that if they went to my restaurant, they was getting food poisoning. What would people say? Hey, man, don't go over there to Phil's restaurant because, man, I don't know what they're doing, but I didn't heard about 10 different people that got food poisoning. Most people are like, yeah, I'm not going over there. Hell no, I ain't trying to get food poisoning. Man, that stuff is crazy. That stuff can kill you. Fine. But yet, we've seen rapper after rapper after rapper get indicted by interviewing on that platform, asking all these police questions. Oh, okay. So this person, I mean, the one rapper, I know, because I don't watch this channel, but a long time ago I seen this. Because I don't subscribe to him. I cannot watch that channel. I can't watch somebody literally getting asked police questions. Oh, yeah, you got in a fight in the club? Yeah, and this particular guy, was there, and he said you did this. And they're like, how in the world you knew all that? Like you wasn't there. How you knew all that? Well, I just did my research. No, you didn't just do your research, bro. Them folks is feeding you information, and that's why you asking them police questions. Because in the police interrogation, he could shut that down by saying, I didn't get my lawyer. But to go around that, go interview with you. But I still put it back on the black men, black entertainers. You're gonna sit up there talking to this man. You got a brother Say Cheese, right? Young brother out of Dallas. That's what Charleston White be interviewing with. Why don't y'all go and talk to Say Cheese? Go talk to that brother. Give him or any other black platform out here who's doing some hip hop. Go to some newer platforms. Like, if they professional, they on the up and coming and things like that. You understand what I'm saying? Now, at one point in time, I would have said real life street stars, but I found out they're white owned. Black people interviewing black people, all that, but I was told by somebody that they're white owned. They're not black owned, you know. But I would have never known that until a person told me and all the interviewers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But go to a black owned platform. And this is how you gatekeep. If we catch you over there interviewing with him, stay over there. We're not going to support your music. We're not going to support your nothing you got. We're not supporting it because we knew you interviewed over there. That's how you gatekeep. That's how you get people in line and make examples out of people. If after you put the word out, nobody going over there. That's what the folks do. When the folks say, hey, you don't go over there with them black people. And if you go over there, you're out. You're out. And they mean that. The folks mean that. We have to institute that in order to take back our generational wealth. All that money that Tyrese say he made, that was millions of dollars that belonged to a black person. It belonged to us. It don't belong to him. It belonged to us. He made all that money off of black people, and yet tell a black woman typical victim mentality. Typical. Not saying she had one, but typical victim mentality. That's how he thinks about black people. How he talked to that black woman. He would have had a life he had wouldn't be for black Americans, but it's our fault. Now, while you're talking about gatekeeping, let's start gatekeeping every part of the culture. Hair, hip hop, sports, anything that we're doing that we're literally giving away our generational wealth. All them NFL owners and NBA owners, they don't look like us. They're a bunch of old white men who owns those teams for the most part. None of them are black men. None. And yet they living so well, billionaires, off of black talent. I would love to see black people overnight shut all that mess down and say we only playing in a league we create. We only buying the products that we do. If it's not black, we're not doing it. Because we want to create generational wealth for our children. That's what we want to do. You're not serious about generational wealth if you're not trying to take back. And that's why I say we must take back our generational wealth. If you're not taking back your generational wealth by ownership, gatekeeping is part of control and getting others in line, canceling people who's not going to be on code with the gatekeeping of the culture. And in turn, we monetize that. Let me tell you something. Everything I've ever done has been through the culture. We've done it here. I'm not trying to cross over to this group. Do you see me bringing in all these different people because, I got to cross over. No, everything I've ever done has been within this community. So I would tell you, you do not have to pivot out the black community to do anything. You can stay right in the black community. You can stay in the diaspora, whatever you want to do. You can stay right there and be just fine. You say Ice Cube should start a 3-on-3 women's league? He should. He should. You say don't forget about the car culture. Whatever we do, whatever we're putting our hands on, we should own, gatekeep, and monetize. Period. The problem is everybody and their mama is taking our wealth, our generational wealth away. But we participate in it too. Because we don't focus on ownership. We focus just on participation. We don't gatekeep and we don't fully monetize our culture. You got people, and listen, the folks, they trying to gatekeep country. They so mad with Beyonce. They are mad with Beyonce about that. But they feel it's theirs. They didn't want to put Beyonce's music on their station. Why? Because they're trying to gatekeep. That's how you gatekeep. Gatekeeping is not being inclusive. And let's talk about that cookout mess. The cookout is not about being inclusive. It's not about somebody coming in with a black scent. It's not about somebody coming in, you invited, because they can dance. That's all it takes for you. No. Cookout supposed to be for family. You not family. Maybe some good friends. We don't need inclusion in the cookout for a long time with y'all self-hate. No. We need to get it back to what it used to be in the 90s. Boy, I can continue this for a long while. I don't know if I need to extend this to a part 2. Maybe I do. There's so much I can go along with this, but time is wrapping up. Would that be, that cookout mess now? Let's call it what it is. When you have a cookout, a real cookout, do you really invite everybody and their mama to your house? No, I don't. My friends, family, yeah. But not these strange people. So these imaginary cookouts, that's why I say I don't want to go to y'all imaginary cookout. I don't want to be there. No. Because y'all let everybody and their mama in there who don't belong in there. You said, does Bob Johnson, former BT owner, own a sports team? I don't know. I know he don't own, like solely own an NFL team or NBA team. I know he don't own that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the stream tonight. Greatly appreciate it. Make sure that you click the link at the top of the chat. If you're interested in going to Ethiopia, we're only advertising it tonight, just for tonight. Click that link. It's the deposit is $199. If you don't put the deposit down, you're not secure. So, don't think about it. Just do it. You said cookout closed to further notice. Yeah, cookout closed to further notice. That's for sure. I'm not having no imaginary cookouts. I'm just not doing it. I don't believe in, because look, like I said, in order for black people to heal, we need to be with each other for at least 1,000 years. I said that. We can't heal like that, because we got to deal with our own issues and problems. And until y'all realize that, we'll never heal from any kind of trauma, that we are experiencing. You can't heal and be around people that trigger your trauma. That's kind of like how you going to get over alcohol and yet be in a bar. You must separate yourself from the alcohol, get in a place where you can heal from alcoholism. And then if you go into a bar after you heal, you're good because you've been healed. You're not triggered. But that's what we liken it to a lot of black people. You're in an alcoholic state and you're trying to heal from it, but yet the bar is coming to you, literally. And you know what I'm saying? So just think about that a little bit. Think about that. Okay? Judge Dredd, you say black students caping for, I know you're talking about those protests. I'm going to say one thing, because I got to wrap this up. Mark Lamont Hill. Mark Lamont Hill is a good example of what happens when you cape. These people don't return anything. See, Mark Lamont Hill, when he worked for CNN, he had a contributor job with CNN. He was getting paid. Mark Lamont Hill was fine on CNN when Jeff Zucker was running it. He was fine. Nobody complained about Mark Lamont Hill. He was on there all the time. Mark Lamont Hill decided to go to the UN and start caping for Palestine. And then he was fired at CNN. The Palestinians did not give Mark Lamont Hill a job. He's still bouncing around all these different places, but he's caping for other people. What if Mark Lamont Hill was going to the UN saying, we need reparations for black Americans? Mark Lamont Hill probably still have his CNN job. All this, that's why I don't cape for other groups. You can cape for yourself. I'm not caping. I'm sorry. We've caped for everybody. And what has everybody done in return? Give us a proverbial middle finger and their butt to kiss in the end. That's why I don't cape. I'm like, look, I hate to see it happen to you. I don't want to see nothing. I want everybody to be at peace. I want the world to be at peace. I don't want nobody fighting each other. And I genuinely mean that. But I got to save my energy for the community. We got too many problems in the community. We got problems in the diaspora. We got all them problems to solve. I don't have that kind of energy or time. Sorry, I don't do that. And then when you go out there to them protests, the police leave 500 white people alone and go kick your butt when you show up because they are programmed to go after you. Every single time. So if they go out there and whipping your butt out there as a black person, I don't feel sorry for you. Maybe the police should whip some sense into your silly behind for going out there. Let other people fight their own battles. Let them. We got to fight ours. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead on and go. I got to work on my podcast at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight. And we'll check you out on the next one. Tomorrow, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central